So there is a very basic submission that people don't think works anymore. I get it to work on really tough guys, really big guys, but there's just a few things you're looking at. And so I think if you really start to learn how to put pressure on people, this submission just becomes available to you more. But I'm going to show you specifically how I've been finishing this this basic Americana, and even finishing it on some really tough guys. And so ideally, we're in a situation, let's say we're in mount, we can look at this from side control too, but when I'm in mount, kind of my goal, anytime I'm in a pinning position, my goal is to pin him. I want to actually have him flat, and one of the best ways to keep somebody flat is to control their armpit, is to get an underhook, okay? Because like here, I can put my weight on him, but if John tries to get on his side, eventually, even if I'm pushing, eventually starts to get on his side, okay? But if I'm touching his armpit, and then same thing, he tries to do that, I can keep him flat so much easier, okay? And so that is going to be my tell that it's time for me to start to look for my Americana, and I look for this in slow motion. I don't want to rush on this position. I want to keep pressure the whole time, okay? So I'm armpit. Sometimes my hands are clasped, but usually I just keep my hands relaxed because I like to be able to post if I need to. And what I'm going to do is my weight's kind of in my chest, keeping him flat, okay? There's gonna be some point, maybe when he's kind of trying to fight me or move me, I'm gonna basically crawl all the way up, and my hips are gonna replace my chest, okay? And so as he gives me some energy here, and we go to here, okay? Notice how my control never left. And this is a weird position just for you guys to see because I'm so smothered on that arm, but that's how you're actually looking at this position. If I'm up on my elbows, John can start to move, and if he starts to move, he's gonna be able to wiggle and start to free. But if I go here and he starts to move, like nothing really happens. Hips are heavy, chest is heavy, I get his wrist, and I just set up my grip at first. Obviously, this is not a good position for cranking on the arm. Some guys are just so inflexible from years of jiu-jitsu abuse that they will tap if you lift their elbow up. But most guys that are a little more flexible, you have to actually finish this properly, and you gotta pull the elbow down. How I look at it from here though, is I kind of need to transition my hips back. How I can do that is I take my opposite leg and I start to hook the crook of his knee and drop my hip, and then that lets me pull the arm and get my basic finish. And so this works exactly the same as if we're in side control. And in side control, the idea is that he's framing me, right? When he starts to frame on my neck, if I let him push me off, I'm out of position, this won't work. But when I start to feel that frame, if I go over top of him, a lot of times I can start to pin that arm the exact same way. Same idea, hips are keeping his chest on the floor. And so if he's trying to turn or move, I'm just using my hips, and I'm waiting for him to stop bridging and stop fighting, and I'm staying on top. And when I can, I connect. And then if I feel like, man, I need to pull this arm down, how we do it this time is we sneak over to mount and then hit that same hook with that leg to finish the arm lock. And so, super basic submission. I know a lot of people will be in the comments and be like, there's no way you hit that on that. I hit that on anybody, but come to Head Nod HQ, John Tice will do it to you. I'll bet, no, I won't bet any money, but we'll see. You can sign the waiver, we'll all train together, it'll be fun. That's all I have for you guys.